Namaste and welcome to Bharat News on Bharat TV. I'm Mona Sharma Gupta here with today's comprehensive coverage of top stories. In breaking news, President-elect Donald Trump becomes the first US president convicted of felony without penalties. Meanwhile, an arsonist is arrested for starting a fire contributing to Los Angeles wildfire crisis. Wildfire losses in South California are expected to exceed $50 billion. President Biden raises federal funding for the fire relief efforts. Two Indian American Democrats secure historic wins in Virginia special elections. In Indian news, PM Modi shares leadership insights in a podcast, while Rahul Gandhi is granted bail in a defamation case. Controversy erupts over Ashwin's comments on Hindi as a national language. Industry leaders debate workspace reforms, including a 90-hour work week proposal. Internationally, Trump hints at a potential meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. President-elect Donald Trump made history as the first U.S. president, sitting or former, to be convicted of a felony. Found guilty on 34 counts of falsifying business records, Trump received an unconditional discharge, meaning no penalties despite the conviction. Judge Quan Merkin ruled that the conviction stands but refrained from imposing any fines or prison time, sparking debates over judicial leniency. Trump attended the sentencing virtually, vehemently denying wrongdoing and labeling the prosecution a terrible experience and a setback for New York's judicial system. Critics argue the case underscores a double standard in legal accountability. The maximum sentence could have led to decades in prison, but analysts note that such an outcome was unlikely. Trump's legal challenges remain a focal point as he prepares for his second term. Authorities have arrested a suspect for intentionally starting the Kenneth Fire in Los Angeles, which has contributed to the region's wildfire crisis. The suspect, identified as a repeat offender with a history of arson, was apprehended near the fire's origin. Investigators allege the arsonist used accelerants to ignite the blaze, which has destroyed dozens of structures and displaced thousands. The fire is part of the larger wildfire emergency gripping South California, with high winds and dry conditions fueling the spread. The arrest underscores the critical need for vigilance and enforcement to prevent such tragedies. Prosecutors are preparing to press charges that could lead to life imprisonment. Local officials have vowed to enhance preventive measures to curb future incidents. The economic toll of Southern California's wildfires could exceed $50 billion, making it one of the costliest disasters in U.S. history. The destruction spans residential, commercial, and agriculture properties, with thousands of structures burned and extensive damage to infrastructure. Insurance companies are bracing for record claims, prompting concerns about premium hikes in high-risk areas. Experts highlight the long-term economic impacts, including displaced residents, reduced property values, and strained resources. Local businesses face significant recovery challenges, particularly in sectors reliant on tourism and agriculture. Analysts are calling for robust federal and state collaboration to address the crisis. The staggering losses have reignited debates over climate resilience and wildfire prevention strategies. President Joe Biden has raised federal funding to aid Los Angeles in combating and recovering from the devastating wildfires. The updated relief package includes expanded disaster response teams, additional equipment, and financial assistance for displaced residents. Biden announced the funding during a visit to Los Angeles, where he met with emergency responders and fire victims. He described the fires as a national tragedy and pledged ongoing federal support. The enhanced funding aims to bolster local firefighting efforts and accelerate recovery initiatives. Critics have questioned whether the response came swiftly enough as the region continues to grapple with unprecedented crisis. Analysts say the federal aid will be crucial in rebuilding affected communities. Two Indian American Democrats have secured historic victories in Virginia's Loudoun County special elections. The wins highlight the growing political influence of Indian American community in U.S. governance. The newly elected officials have pledged to focus on education, healthcare, and economic reforms. Advocacy groups praise the outcome as a testament to the increasing representation of immigrant communities. The victories come amidst a broader trend of diversification in American politics. Observers view the results as indicative of shifting demographies and voter priorities. Both officials emphasize their commitment to addressing issues affecting working families and marginalized groups in their constituencies. Now, news from India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi shared his insights on leadership and success during a podcast with Zerodha co-founder Nikhil Kamath. He emphasized adaptability, humility, and learning from failures as keys to achieving goals, reflecting on his own leadership journey. Modi highlighted the importance of consistent efforts and public service, urging young entrepreneurs to innovate and contribute to India's growth. He also stressed the role of technology in strengthening India's global position. The podcast resonated widely, sparking praise on social media for Modi's motivational tone and practical advice. Analysts see it as a strategic move to engage with India's youth and foster innovation-driven growth. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi was granted bail by a Pune court in a defamation case related to remarks about Hindutva ideologue Veer Savarkar. The case stems from Gandhi's speech during a political rally where he allegedly made controversial comments about Savarkar. The court allowed Gandhi to remain free while the trial proceeds, marking another chapter in his ongoing legal challenges. BJP leaders have condemned the remarks, accusing Gandhi of disrespecting a prominent nationalist figure. Congress has defended him, claiming that the case is politically motivated and an attempt to silence opposition voices. The bail hearing saw significant media attention, with Gandhi reiterating his commitment to free speech. The incident has reignited debates over defamation laws and their role in curbing political discourse. Activists argue such cases highlight the need for reform to balance free expression and accountability. The controversy continues to fuel political polarization ahead of upcoming elections. Former cricketer Ravi Chandran Ashwin ignited a heated debate with remarks on Hindi during a graduation ceremony at a Tamil Nadu engineering college. While engaging the audience, Ashwini asked if they preferred him to speak in English, Tamil, or Hindi. A negative response to Hindi prompted him to state, "Hindi is not the national language, it is an official language." His comments quickly stirred controversy, with Dravidian political leaders praising him for standing up with linguistic diversity. Tamil enthusiasts in social media lauded Ashwin for highlighting regional language pride. However, BJP leaders criticized him, accusing him of reigniting divisive language debates. Uma Anandan questioned Ashwin's stance, asking if he was a Tamil Nadu cricketer or a national player. Critics also pointed out the irony of Ashwin's Hindi YouTube channel, Ash Ki Baat, aiming at Hindi-speaking audiences. Prominent Indian business leaders, including Infosys founder Narayan Murthy, have sparked intense debate by suggesting a 90-hour work week for improved productivity and higher economic output. Murthy argued that extended work hours could accelerate India's global competitiveness, especially in critical sectors like technology and manufacturing. Critiques, however, warned that such reforms could lead to worker burnout and deteriorating mental health. Labor unions have strongly opposed the proposal, calling it exploitative and unsustainable. Supporters claim that longer hours coupled with better compensation could boost individual income and national GDP. Policymakers are now under pressure to balance economic growth with employee well being. The proposal has reignited broader discussion on India's labor laws and workplace culture, highlighting the need for reforms that align with global standards. Observers note that any changes must consider the diverse needs of India's workforce, ensuring fairness and long term sustainability. In international news, President elect Donald Trump announced plans for a meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, signaling potential diplomatic efforts to address the ongoing Russia Ukraine war. Speaking at Mar a Lago, Trump stated, Putin wants to meet and we're setting it up, emphasizing the need to end the conflict, which he described as a bloody mess. The Kremlin confirmed Putin's willingness to engage in talks without preconditions, highlighting mutual political will as the key to resolving global challenges. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov welcomed Trump's readiness to prioritize dialogue, reiterating Moscow's openness to contact with international leaders. No specific timeline for the meeting has been provided, but both sides have expressed urgency in addressing the crisis. Analysts view this as a significant moment that could reshape U.S. political relations and impact the broader geopolitical landscape. The proposed talks have sparked both cautious optimism and skepticism among global leaders. That's all for tonight's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in to Bharat News on Bharat TV. This is Mona Sharma Gupta signing out for now. I'll see you next time.